Hey, how's it going, guys? Phil Monteleone here, the book peddler, and I want to make a quick YouTube video on a very rare book I got in and briefly go through it with you. It's a wonderful Wizard of Oz first edition. I'll just show you quickly. I got a couple new additions to the shop. I got a beautiful old farm cabinet that I worked into the shop here, and I also got this new one. So I got a whole bunch of different material up. It looks great. I keep all my shipping supplies in the bottom. And then I got this one in yesterday. It's a stacker. Missing the door, but still protects my rare books. So it's coming together nicely. And so anyhow, I want to show you this book. It's pretty awesome. I'll show you the process. This actually came right in the door. And I'm going to hand the camera off here. But actually, before I do, I'd like to thank those who have subscribed. C81 Wheel Horse, Joseph Alves, Micah Smith, Rachel Forjax, and Linda Reynolds. I think those are the newest ones. So I appreciate your support, and I hope you continue to enjoy the videos, and I'll keep trying to put them out. But without further ado, I'm going to pass the camera off here and get you a close-up look of the wonderful Wizard of Oz. So here's the book. It's has obvious wear and damage to it. Now it's quite a process actually identifying um not just that it was a first edition, it was clearly a first edition, but it took me 2 hours of going through this. And I would like to briefly thank Fred Trust, who's an expert on Wizard of Oz material. I'm going to link up his site because his website greatly helped me in determining what exactly this book was in a price range to. I talked to Fred on the phone. If you're watching this, Fred, thank you very much for the work you do. It's impressive and it helped me greatly. This book was actually originally published with a dust jacket, and I believe about 30 years ago, the dust jacket itself, the fragmented one, went for over 20,000. Most recently, that same dust jacket, I believe, I could be wrong, and I'll correct it in the description if I am, went for over six figures. It fragmented, so it's amazing. I believe there's two known to be in existence. I had no idea, but cool tidbit of information. So let me take you to the book, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum. And Baum was actually from Chittenango, New York, and 1899, 1900. Now I'll show you. There's three types of binding to this book, and the way you determine it, which mine is really rough, is the base of the spine. It'll be the block printing. It's hard to see, but this is Geo Hill, who published it, and it's in red block lettering. So that therefore makes it a state C binding. State A and B, it would be green block lettering. Now I'm going to take you inside the book here. So here's the title page. Nice colored plate. Now, what determined it is a first edition, but it's a second state. And what makes it a second state is because corrections have been made within the book with some of the text and the plates themselves. And let me take you through this. Be real careful here. Through this book. So this plate here, one of the identifying factors, if it was a first edition, was that this moon here would have two dark blots in it, which it does not. So there was one key point. I'm not going to take you through the text of it, but let me, the text corrections, but there's a number of them throughout the book. Got to be real careful here. Okay, so here's another plate. Now, the stork carrying the scarecrow. So if it was a first edition, there'd be a red horizon in the back, which there's not, as you can see. Now, if this plate had the red horizon, say for instance, and the moon didn't have its blots, it would be called a mixed state, where it has certain characteristics of the first mixed in with the second. But this is truly a second. Here's just another illustration I just picked out to show you guys. There's I believe, is there 24 illustrations. This one is missing one, and a couple of the plates are detached, but it's 23 of 24. Let me take you to another page. So here's one of the detached plates, but that's in the proper position of where it should be. So I had to go through, make sure all the plates were where they were supposed to be. It was a lot of work. It took a couple hours. And then another identifying factor for a first state run would be that this lettering would be in block. And as you can see, it's not. So basically when you're going through a book like this, you have to take your time and you have to make sure that you're identifying it properly because it affects the value significantly. I mean, if this was in mint condition, but even in the Class C binding in the later state, if it's in mint, it fetched thousands of dollars. And it's too bad that wasn't the case because then it'd probably be a couple weeks of cocaine and hookers. But I'm playing, but Mom will be mad if she sees this video. So, but anyhow, it is what it is. It's a very rare early historical book, and I wanted to show you all that. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, if you haven't though, please like and subscribe to the Book Peddler YouTube channel, and I'll keep putting out cool videos like this. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you later.